What is up, everybody? This is a video that I never wanted to make, so let's go ahead and cut to the chase. So I got a message this morning, a DM on Instagram from Brian Nadeau, otherwise known as SharpbyDesign, and I'll just let you read that one for yourself. So as you can see, a little bit aggressive right out the gate. So I kind of thought back to the podcast, and I was like, well, I didn't really say much of anything about his knives. So let's go ahead and take a listen and just sort of see what it is that I was shit-talking about, and whether or not that level of shit talk warrants a physical threat. So you guys listen for yourselves.
Well, I'm going to give some honorable mentions in both categories. For the worst goddamn clips I've ever had in my life were on the Liang Ma 15. I just published that video as of today. So that clip was so tight. And that has a bag style ball bearing. Impossible to use.
What? No
absolutely.
way.
Absolutely.
Well, it's the way
it's
scooped in. Like when I was looking at pictures of it, you can look at it and it's like, this doesn't look right.
Oh,
it had
not
like
flush. It's not a flat.
It's scooped. No, it's
Got it. That's why
the handle and the clip is both like scooped inward.
It's scooped in, so the ramp is ruined by the scoop on the handle, and the tension is like 75 million pounds. So it doesn't flex.
Yeah, wow.
And then the other one I wanted to mention that was terrible was the 0606, the factory custom one. That clip was completely unusable as well. But on the good side of things, I want to give a shout out to Brian Nadeau, okay, on his Typhoon. I'm going to give him a shout out because that
do look very functional.
Cares more about a functional clip than the way it looks, because we know it doesn't look all that good. He even admitted it to the point that the chicane doesn't even have that shit anymore. It's got a 3D milled clip, okay, but he stuck with it. I liked it on the Mini Typhoon. I think it was a great clip. Bill Koenig, I'm going to give him props because he had a bad clip on the Arius.
So did you hear that? As far as I can tell, the only thing I did was make a kind of annoying sound when Frank brought up Brian's clips. His knives were being brought up as a positive honorable mention by Frank, who really likes Brian's clips. I've said in a few videos they don't really do it for me, so it just sort of is what it is. And as far as the podcast is concerned, that's entertainment. And yeah, I had a little bit of an over-the-top reaction, I admit that, but it's entertainment, and that's all we're there trying to do. So I don't know, guys, don't threaten people. It's like really fucked up, especially when it's unwarranted. I'm not really sure Brian actually listened to the podcast based on sort of what he said about other people saying that I was shit talking, and the fact that I really wasn't. And so I'm not responding to his message on Instagram. He's had me blocked for months. And you know, I tried to get knives of his on loan, which I did, so that I could redo a lot of videos about his models because I thought that they had a lot of merits. And then when I went to tell him about it, I was blocked. So I've just kind of ignored the situation since then. Before I was blocked, I had another situation where he said he wasn't very happy with me, and I actually discussed that with him, and he said he was all good and that he'd see me at the show and everything. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, what the disconnect is between reality and what Brian thinks I'm doing. I'm certainly not trying to bring down his business. I'm certainly not trying to shit talk for the sake of shit talking. You know, I'm just a guy that makes videos about knives, and I happen to have opinions that are really strong about clips, I guess. So it's just like really not that big of a deal. So just if there's any message that I want to get across to Brian, it's one, you know, don't threaten people, and definitely don't threaten people if you haven't actually like listened to the thing yourself. You don't really know what you're making threats about. And two, you know, I shot this over to my lawyer, so if you ever lay a fucking finger on me, you'll definitely go to prison, and then you won't be able to make any knives. So let's not have that happen. Any show that I go to that I know you're at, just like I did this year, I'll just fucking avoid you. And can we just be cool and just fucking avoid each other if it's that big of a deal? Anyway, that's how I feel about it, guys. Please just, you know, make sure you don't do anything stupid and you don't say anything stupid, because you're just gonna look stupid. And so I hope you guys don't have to see any more videos like this from me, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up and move on with my life. See you guys next time.